folks, here it is, the big surprise of the day. So, first new thing I bought in a long while, but should be getting my use out of it. It's a little mini excavator, a 2-tonner, a Kubota diesel engine. Got this from a place in Tucson, George Equipment. The guy's super nice. He just dropped it off from Tucson, which is like a 4-hour drive probably. Super great guy, and he's into like mini dirt bikes too and stuff like that for kids, but he also has a lot of skid steers, all kinds of earth moving equipment. But I did a lot of research on this one, and this guy's prices were right, and he's an honest businessman with an actual address. So I can't say enough good things about George at George's Equipment. pretty much done with the road project for now. It's got a lot of gravel I was brought in. I found it's best to work with the lay of the land. You know, I'd like to do things a certain way, but what I chose to do is keep the road to one side of the property. I have a long, narrow strip of 10 acres. It's like 743 feet long, so it's super long, and it's only about 250 feet wide. So rather than break it up in the middle and I have limiting myself what I can do, I chose to kind of hug the property line. And that way, if I want to branch off, do agriculture, farming, animals, Airbnb maybe with a little rental unit, or I don't know, ranch hands, whatever, visitors, guest suite, casita, whatever you want to call it. My options are more open that way. So let's hop in my old antique here. Matter of fact, I got nothing but antiques. I like to, I shouldn't say I like to pick stuff. I'm a cheap Swede. Thrifty maybe you could say. But I think this is a 2013 or 14. That's a 2014, 2011, and a 2008 diesel workhorse. God, that thing's awesome. I've never had a Dodge before, but that Cummins, I tell you what, if that truck rolls over or something, I'm taking that engine and putting it in an old rat truck or something. Here we go, hang on. Hi, dogs. Buckets here so my drone can pick them up. And I try not to cut down to these nice pine trees. I really like those because so many of these junipers with those, right now there's cicadas in there. I don't know what they're doing, but they're making noise. Specimen, huh? Ooh, what a little pine tree. Look at that one here at the top. Broccoli. Big broccoli tree. So this is where my son and I both invested in this property, and he liked that main chute to get us back here, but now we're getting into where we're going to live and build a cabin or house. So this is getting kind of windy now towards the cliff. Rain today, which is, I think we get less than an inch a year maybe, but it rained for a couple days, and now we got 2 more weeks of straight sunshine, so that's cool. I think that's how these cedar trees are supposed to be. Well, juniper cedar, that's what they smell like, is cedar. And they get berries. You can hear them, cicadas, cicada, potato, patata. See if we can find one. There's got to be a million of them out here. They haven't went off yet like a siren. Where are you, little clickety clacks? Little lunatics. Looking like a grasshopper. Or a beetle or whatever. They're probably a beetle. Well, for goodness sakes, where are you? I'm on a mission now. Yeah, look at them funny things. don't know what kind of cactus these are. I haven't got to the point of identifying stuff. Prickly, it's not a prickly pear, it's like a grenade type thing. Oh, look at that big cluster. This thing, I don't know. It might make the cut. It is pretty cool. I do like that little, I like those rocks there. I think I'm gonna invite a gnome to live in there, maybe. Eviction notice if it's something, some kind of threat. Little gnome family there, maybe. Some mushroom people, whatever they are. Yeah, I don't know, that one's half dead, half alive, I don't know. Kind of cool though. All right, let's see if I can find one of you. Here's the juniper berries. I don't know if you can eat these or not. I guess they make gin out of them, I heard. I don't know. Let's see if we can find one of you. Ooh. I've had them land on me before. They're not real gross or anything. They're just hoping at eating these trees. I don't know if they're just making noise for mating or. Here's one. Gotcha. What you doing? What are you doing up there? So this is pretty much the road video. It's not too exciting, but it took a while to get it done. It wasn't too expensive. I used Western grade materials. That's the company. It was like $22 a ton. Call the rock Grizzly Run. It's got like 3-inch minus, because if you just go with like pebbles or like something too light, it just gets pounded in and you have mud. But the bigger ones, the bigger rock kind of keep it more a firm road. Not that we get a lot of rain here, but in the winter it does snow. So we do get some snow. There's a cow living out here and a little calf. I haven't seen them, but the neighbor lady stopped by today to introduce herself. Has almost the identical same quad as me, or side by side. She's a really nice lady. All my neighbors are really nice. Probably just checking up, making sure I'm okay. I'm not a weirdo. But that's how far we are. There's the mountains. Hey there, white mountains. So that's probably it for this video. This is good opportunities. I can't wait to get to the point where I can do like little naturalistic outcroppings with some of this. I'm assuming it's like a sawgrass. Another beautiful pine tree, never trimmed up. Oh, I just love that thing. Looks almost like a bonsai.